Hey, what's up, Keith? I'm just getting back to you on your questions. Thanks for doing that little interview for me. Your first question is, can you give us a quick overview of who you are and what you do? My name is Jacob Hiller. I help people to jump higher, run faster, and basically be more athletic players, mostly for basketball players. But since our start, we've worked with so many different players and athletes around the world that we've worked with a lot of sports. Personally, I'm previously a professional basketball player. I still keep my vertical leap to over 40 inches, and I'm just obsessed with getting people as explosive as possible. And my background is I tried everything when I was a kid, and didn't work in time. Out of high school, I had done basically every program on the planet, and my second year of college is when I actually figured out how to do it, and I got my vertical to 44 inches and kept training, and I eventually played pro basketball in Mexico, and ended up writing a book about how to do it. And the book took off, and we've had a lot of people be successful with it. Anyway, so that's kind of it in a nutshell. What's the biggest mistake that people make with the vertical? I think it's the training protocols that they use. For example, a lot of training protocols. Previously the most popular program on the market would tell people to do repetitions of up to 100, 500, even 1,000. And when you're doing high repetitions like that, you're training your anaerobic endurance. You're not training yourself to be explosive. So if you want to be explosive, you have to do very low reps and very high repetitions. So I'd recommend that you don't go over 8 reps and everything is at its most explosive. Or otherwise, a sprinter is not going to train his sprinting speed by running a marathon. It's the same kind of principle. And so just, training at an explosive level, every repetition, quality is what counts, not quantity. That's very big. Also, training the right muscles is very important. But I would say that's the biggest one. There's a few other big ones, but that's number one. Top 3 exercises. So you got to understand that jumping higher is mostly about 3 things. First of all, you have to have enough strength, or else your body thinks you're heavy. If you're not strong, your body is weighed down. You're not light on your feet. Second of all, after you're strong, you still have to be quick. There's strong guys out there who can't move their muscles quickly. So even once you're strong, you've got to be quick. So when you're strong and you're quick, then you're explosive. Third, you've got to have the technique and coordination down. So you can be strong and quick, but strength and quickness is going to be applied to a specific movement. So if you're not able to apply that strength and explosive ability to a specific movement, it's not going to do you any good. For example, if you're uncoordinated, you could have all the strength and even the quickness necessary, but you're not able to apply it to a specific movement. So, working on your strength, and I have a special exercise that I call sport-specific, or I call them joint angle specific squats. And that's when you use the exact angle that you would jump with as your squatting angle, because there's lots of different types of squats. So I would say squat is the top exercise, but not just any squat. Some types of squats won't help they won't help you at all. So you got to do the proper type of squat. And then number 2, I would say maybe a jump squat. So that's a jump squat where you're actually getting off the ground, perfect landing, back up in the air. And number 3 would be a plyometric exercise related to the sport-specific movement. So you're kind of covering all your bases with those 3. Obviously, your training economy, your training economics, like how much time you can train each week, is going to permit you to basically do all the best exercises. And that's what I recommend you do, is find out everything you can do and do all of those things. It'd be different if there was like so many things that you couldn't do them all, but there's really not that many things. So once you have those down, you need to master those exercises and movements and continue to make progress. Nutrition is very important for boosting your vertical and can be a make or break. Perfect nutrition won't get you a vertical, but it will support everything you're doing, or it will undermine everything you're doing. So it has to be there, and it will help you get muscles growing faster. It would help you get your nervous system moving better. So it's definitely about training correctly, but you have to have that foundation of a good diet and nutrition. Stretching is important for a lot of reasons. This is your question number 5. Stretching is important because First of all, it's really good for your ligaments. It's really good for your joints. It's really good for your tendons and your muscles. So you're teaching your body to go through a full range of motion. You're getting better muscular quality. You're going to get better blood flow. You're going to get injured less, and you're just going to have overall better tissue quality. So I think it's very important, especially for injury prevention. Stretching alone is not going to get you a 40-inch vertical, but it will support you on your way there. If I had just one tip for people to increase the vertical, what would it be? I would say get strong, get quick, and get coordinated. I suppose that's 3 tips, but a lot of people get focused on, I'm gonna, I heard you had to be super flexible, or I'm gonna do this splits, or I'm only gonna do squats, or they do that. Get strong in the right joint angles. Do plyometrics for the same joint angles, and get your technique proper. I know that's oversimplified, but do the big things. Don't just focus on like getting strong toes, or I've seen articles it's like it's all about your feet. It's not, and if you do that, you're going to be disappointed. If someone regularly weight trains, will have a lot of lower body muscle mass increase or decrease their vertical. Well, if you train properly, you're building functional muscle mass. So for every pound of muscle you put on, you're that much stronger. So that extra weight is actually giving you more horsepower. For example, if I gave you, instead of a 6-cylinder, I gave you an 8-cylinder in your car, you've got 2 more cylinders. Yeah, that weighs more, but it gives you a whole lot more power. If you're training improperly, you're just getting non-functional muscle mass, and that's just slowing you down. So any last tips for helping people boost their vertical? What should they focus on? What should they avoid? Avoid extremely high repetitions. Avoid training to fatigue. Avoid training and focusing a lot of time on only diet or only supplement or only feed or only something. Work on the big rocks. Move the big things and get that going on, and you'll see a lot better results. So I hope that helps. Obviously, I'm trying to give you as much as I can here in a quick interview, but hope that helps.